In less than a year, the upcoming installment of Ethan Hunt's perilous mission will be released. Of course, famous actor Tom Cruise will be playing the character IMF Agent Ethan Hunt again. We know that Mission Impossible 8 will finish the big two-part story that begin with Dead Reckoning Part 1, regardless of whether or not this is the last installment of the series.
War is coming.
While there is no official synopsis available for Mission Impossible 8, we have some clues about how the next movie might begin. If you want more information, check out and subscribe to the CineWizard, your ultimate guide to Hollywood movies and TV shows.
Listen to me. The world's coming after you.
In Dead Reckoning, Gabriel is the bad guy, but the true enemy is actually a super smart computer known as the Entity. The person in charge of the Entity can basically rule the world because they can change digital information and have already broken into the world's intelligence network. The US government created something and wanted to see if it could help them find a hidden Russian submarine. They tested it on a Russian sub called a Sevastopol. Not surprisingly, the Entity went out of control and caused this sub to be destroyed. The Entity's source code is saved on a Sevastopol and can only be accessed using a special key. Fortunately, Ethan has a special key, and at the end of the Mission Impossible 7, Paris tells him that he has to find the Sevastopol. Ethan doesn't know where the thing is, but he wants to find it and destroy the creature. This can only be done by finding where it comes from. Gabriel, who is following the Entity's commands, will try to prevent him from being stopped. The Entity doesn't want to be destroyed. This fight between Ethan and Gabriel will be the main story of Mission Impossible 8, because Ethan believes Gabriel has information about the location of Sevastopol. We think there will be more spying happening in the future, but at least this is where the next movie will begin. This makes sense about Don Lowe returning to the series because he's in Alaska, which is close to where the submarine is hidden in the Bering Sea.
Your days of fighting for the so-called greater good.
Ethan needs to be careful not to hold a grudge because he is the one responsible for Don Lowe being in Alaska. Ethan will have his longtime partners Luther Stickle and Benji Dunn returning. However, Ilsa Faust won't be coming back because she was killed by Gabriel. Haley Atwell will return as Grace because at the end of the movie, Grace decided to join the IMF. Vanessa Kirby's character, Alana Mitsopoulos, also known as the White Widow, will keep causing trouble for Ethan. It seemed like Pom Klementieff's character in Paris was going to die after getting stabbed by Gabriel, but she is still alive in the end after saving Ethan and Grace. So it is likely that she will come back in the future and help the good guys. Henry Sorens's character Kitteridge, Shea Wigham's character Jasper Briggs, and Greg Tarzan's Davies character Degas will all be returning. Carrie Ells will not come back as the Linger because Gabriel killed him after discovering the location of the Sevastopol's burial site. We are happy to have Rolf Saxon return as CIA analyst William Dunlow in Mission Impossible 8, just like he did in the first movie. He was moved to Alaska, which is luckily close to where the Sevastopol submarine is buried beneath the ice. Fortunately, the wait won't be extensive, unless significant disruptions arise from potential WGA and CAG strikes. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 is set to grace the big screen on June 28, 2024. If you found this video entertaining, subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated.